Boebert from Colorado for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Administrator Regan, is it true that the EPA has never obtained formal authorization legislation from Congress?
I'm sorry?
Is it true that the EPA has never obtained formal legislation, authoritation legislation from Congress? It's never been authorized by Congress.
EPA is not authorized by Congress?
I'm
Authoritation.
asking you.
I thought EPA was authorized by Congress.
Well, the EPA is not. The AP.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. She's so fucking stupid. I don't know if I can do this.
The EPA has never been formally authorized by Congress. However, this agency has imposed over $1.3 trillion in regulatory costs since the Biden regime took office. We authorize committees here in Congress to ensure that we have proper oversight and accountability in the functioning of the executive branch. And this process is extremely vital because often we see agencies abuse the separation of powers, creating rules, laws, regulations without consent of Congress. And we appropriate funds to agencies like the EPA and expect these tax dollars and this tax dollar funding to be used in accordance with the legislative priorities and comply with the oversight requirements.
I don't think she even understands the words that are coming out of her mouth.
So, Mr. Regan, last month, the Supreme Court rightly overturned the Chevron doctrine, which the EPA relied on to support its very controversial and costly rulemakings. Since your agency has never been authorized by Congress and has since lost...
Shit. No, stop. Okay. The overturning of the Chevron deference by the Supreme Court has absolutely nothing to do with legislative priorities or anything dealing with legislation or the EPA or Congress. What that ruling was basically like it was a de facto legal precedent that when there were cases brought before courts, regardless of the level, state, federal, whatever, where the wording of the legislation was I guess like ambiguous or maybe a little bit gray. So like my own job deals a lot with OSHA regulation, and some of it is very direct. Some of it can be a little bit more broad. So when you're trying to apply it to a very specific situation, you're not really sure how to actually apply it. So if you brought a case against the EPA and you made it to a court and a judge, looked at this and said, I can't really make a decision because I'm a judge. I'm not engineer, I'm not a scientist, whatever. I'm going to default to the experts on this to make the ruling. And the Supreme Court basically said, like, no, you can't do that. You as a judge have to make that decision right here. I can't wait to see where this goes, because I get the feeling that she is going to use the Chevron deference as a way to probably like eliminate the EPA or some shit.
Most legal standing, does your agency still plan to enable rogue bureaucrats to enact unconstitutional regulations?
I'm not quite sure I follow you. You're saying that...
I'm saying the Chevron doctrine was...
Look at the confusion on his face. Oh, fuck, brother. I feel that so much. Where's that? Let me go back here. Can I hit her? Look at his face. Oh, fuck. He does not get paid enough.
I'm saying you've never been
Congress
authorized. Wait, hold on.
Congress doesn't delegate authority for us to do the regulations and the business and the policy. So since 1970...
So the Chevron doctrine, where you have created all of these rules under that have been proven to be unconstitutional by the Supreme Court has been overruled. So now I'm asking, are your bureaucrats still going to implement...
Holy fuck. She is falsely equating the overturning of Chevron, which again, this is more like it's like Roe versus Wade. It's a legal precedent. Precedents, as we unfortunately know, can be overturned constantly. It's not a doctrine, and in no way affects the powers of those at the EPA designated by Congress in 1970 out of Nixon's administration too. Oh fuck, this is, oh my god, how do people vote for people this fucking stupid into office? Oh my god.
Implement these rulemaking processes.
You do know Chevron is not just focused on EPA.
Thank you.
But you are. So I'm asking about the EPA, and I'm asking about your rogue bureaucrats that have enacted these unconstitutional regulations. Are you going to repeal them? Are you going to continue to implement them? Or are you going to stop altogether?
How do you repeal rogue bureaucrats? Holy fuck.
Since it's been overturned.
Do you understand the ruling?
Do you understand the ruling
do.
of...
Do you understand? He's literally like, bitch, do you understand? No, do you understand?
the Supreme Court?
I do. And so your question is ill-formed. No.
Will you
we're
be
not
repealing?
We're not going to stop.
So you're going to unconstitutionally continue with these
We're going to
rulemakings.
We're going to adhere to the Supreme Court and continue to
So
do
which rulemakings are you going to roll back?
We're going to adhere to the Supreme Court and continue to do our work in accordance to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court.
So which
made a
ones are
ruling.
you going to repeal?
The Supreme Court didn't tell us to repeal anything.
They have been deemed unconstitutional.
No.
Absolutely, they have. This was a huge victory,
fuck.
and you know.
Oh shit! I have to stop here. I don't think I'm gonna have like an aneurysm or something if I try to finish this. Fuck, that's only 3.5 minutes. There's no fucking way I could listen to this any longer. This holy shit!